Welcome to my channel USA Old Coins, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. Every coin has a story, and when we talk about modern American quarters, those stories often become windows into history itself. One of the most captivating quarters in recent years is the Harper's Ferry Quarter, released in 2016 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This program, which began in 2010 and continued until 2021, was created to honor America's national parks, historic sites, and monuments. Each year, several unique designs were released, and collectors all across the country eagerly awaited them. The Harper's Ferry Quarter became one of the most talked about coins from the series. The obverse side of the quarter, as always, we see the timeless portrait of George Washington. This familiar image has been present on U.S. quarters since 1932, reminding us of the nation's first president and his leadership. The reverse side of the 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter is where the story comes alive. It features the historic John Brown's Fort, an iconic building located in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. This building holds an important place in American history and symbolizes the fight for freedom and justice. John Brown's Fort was the site of the abolitionist John Brown's raid in 1859. An event that intensified the national debate over slavery and ultimately became one of the sparks that led to the Civil War. By placing this landmark on the quarter, the United States Mint honored a pivotal chapter in the nation's past. The design itself is striking in its detail. The fort stands at the center of the coin, carefully engraved to capture its historic architecture. Above and around it are inscriptions that remind collectors of both the location and the year of issue. For collectors, the Harper's Ferry Quarter is more than just a piece of metal. It is a symbol of history, bravery, and the struggle for freedom. That historical importance makes it especially desirable, but beyond the story, there is another reason collectors value this coin so highly: rarity and condition. While millions of Harper's Ferry Quarters were minted, not all of them are the same in quality or value. Some examples of the coin, especially those struck with errors or preserved in flawless condition, have become incredibly valuable. This is where the thrill of coin collecting comes in, finding the extraordinary among the ordinary. Professional coin grading services evaluate coins like the Harper's Ferry Quarter on a scale from 1 to 70. A grade of 70 means the coin is perfect, with no flaws visible even under magnification. These top-graded coins are the ones that can reach astonishing values. Minting errors can also dramatically increase value. Errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or unusual flaws make a coin unique. A Harper's Ferry Quarter with a noticeable error can instantly become a rare collectible worth thousands. Collectors know that these coins are out there, and the search for them keeps the hobby alive with excitement. Every roll of quarters, every coin jar, could hold a hidden treasure. The Harper's Ferry Quarter is also special because of its location in history. Released in 2016, it was part of the middle years of the America the Beautiful series, when collectors were fully engaged and eagerly watching each new release. This widespread attention means that while many people saved these coins, only a few managed to keep them in the pristine, untouched condition that serious collectors prize. As time passes, coins like the Harper's Ferry Quarter become harder to find in top condition. Circulation wears down the details, and fewer mint-state examples remain available. This scarcity only drives the value higher. For many collectors, owning a Harper's Ferry Quarter feels like holding a piece of history. It connects them to the powerful story of John Brown's raid and the fight against slavery, a reminder of how coins can carry meaning far beyond money. The symbolism of John Brown's fort also resonates with those who appreciate the courage and conviction of history's bold figures. That makes this coin not only valuable but also deeply meaningful. Auction houses and coin markets have seen strong demand for high-grade and rare examples of the Harper's Ferry Quarter. Collectors compete fiercely when one appears, Knowing that opportunities to own the best of the best are rare, even international collectors are drawn to this coin because of its design and history. The story of Harper's Ferry is not just American history, it is a story of freedom and struggle that resonates worldwide. The artistic design adds to its appeal. The careful engraving of the fort gives the coin a sense of depth and character, making it stand out in any collection. The America the Beautiful Quarters program created many beautiful coins, but the Harper's Ferry design is one that continues to capture attention years after its release. Its blend of history and artistry makes it unforgettable. Collectors also know that modern coins like this can grow significantly in value over time. What may seem like a simple 25-cent piece today could become a valuable treasure in the future. That is why collectors protect their Harper's Ferry quarters carefully, keeping them in cases or holders to prevent damage. Preserving the details is key to maintaining or even increasing their value. For casual collectors, the excitement comes from the chance that a coin they already have could be worth far more than expected. For serious collectors, the challenge is finding the rarest, highest quality examples. The Harper's Ferry quarter proves that not all treasures are ancient. Even modern coins, when tied to history and preserved in perfect condition, can become priceless in their own way. The story of this coin reminds us that history is always close at hand. Sometimes, it can even be found in your pocket change. That's what makes coin collecting such a thrilling hobby. Among the coins released in 2016, the Harper's Ferry quarter continues to shine as one of the most meaningful and most collectible designs. Its historical ties and rarity make it stand out at its very peak. A rare and extraordinary Harper's Ferry 2016 quarter has been known to sell for as much as $52,000. Top 2. Every coin tells a story, and some coins bring us closer to the beauty of nature itself. Among the coins that celebrate America's rich landscapes, the 2014 Great Smoky Mountains quarter stands out as a shining tribute to the wild and scenic wonders of the United States. This quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which highlighted the nation's most breathtaking parks and historic landmarks. The Great Smoky Mountains design became the first coin issued in 2014, capturing the heart of Tennessee's natural treasures. The obverse side carries the classic portrait of George Washington, first introduced in 1932 and still proudly displayed on quarters today. This design has become an American tradition, tying each new release to the long legacy of the quarter dollar. The reverse side, however, is where the magic of the Great Smoky Mountains quarter truly comes to life. Engraved with fine detail, it presents a rustic log cabin nestled in the woods, with a majestic mountain range rising in the background. In front of the cabin, a graceful hawk soars through the sky, representing the wild spirit and freedom of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It's a breathtaking design that captures the beauty of nature in a way only coins can. The Great Smoky Mountains are not just any park. They are the most visited national park in the United States, attracting millions of visitors every year. This quarter gives collectors a chance to hold a piece of that natural wonder in their hands. Every element of the design has meaning. The cabin stands for the human history of the area, reminding us of the early settlers who built homes in the rugged terrain. The hawk symbolizes wildlife, while the mountains in the distance represent the enduring beauty of nature. For collectors, this quarter became an instant favorite. Released into circulation, it was eagerly sought after by both casual hobbyists and serious numismatists. While millions of these coins were minted, only a small fraction exist in pristine condition. That is what makes certain examples of the Great Smoky Mountains quarter so incredibly valuable today. When a coin is struck perfectly, with sharp details and flawless surfaces, it can be graded at the highest levels by professional services. These top-graded examples are the ones that attract the most attention from collectors and investors, but grading is only one piece of the puzzle. Error coins, those struck with mistakes during minting, can elevate the value even further. Doubled dies, off-center strikes, and unusual misprints all create rare variations worth far more than face value. The Great Smoky Mountains quarter has its share of these rare errors, and when combined with a strong grade, such coins become extremely desirable on the collector's market over time. Quarters like this one grow harder to find in perfect condition. Everyday use and circulation leads to scratches, nicks, and general wear, which reduces value. That's why untouched, well-preserved examples are so highly prized. Collectors know that rarity and history together create lasting value, and the Great Smoky Mountains quarter has both. It represents not only the beauty of Tennessee's natural wonderland but also the artistry of American coin design. The America the Beautiful program gave us many extraordinary coins, but this one carries special charm. The balance of human history, wildlife, and natural scenery makes the design unforgettable. Auction houses have seen fierce competition whenever top-quality Great Smoky Mountains quarters are offered. Bidders know they are chasing a coin that combines artistry with scarcity. Even beyond the world of coin shows and auctions, the Great Smoky Mountains quarter has captured the imagination of everyday collectors. Many who visited the park treasure this coin as a keepsake of their trip. It serves as both a reminder of nature's beauty and a symbol of America's dedication to preserving it for future generations. That emotional connection adds to its overall appeal. From pocket change to prized collections, this quarter proves that value isn't just in metal but in the story a coin tells. And the story of the Great Smoky Mountains is as rich as the landscape it portrays. The soaring hawk, the humble cabin, and the towering mountains create a scene that feels alive every time you hold the coin. This is why it has become so sought after in the numismatic world. As collectors carefully preserve these coins in cases and albums, they are preserving more than a piece of currency. They are preserving the memory of a national treasure. For new collectors, finding a Great Smoky Mountains quarter is an exciting discovery. For seasoned experts, securing a high-grade or rare error example can be the highlight of an entire collection. This coin bridges the gap between modern design and timeless history. It shows how even in today's world, coins can still surprise us with their artistry and value. Every glance at this quarter reminds us of the enduring power of America's landscapes and the stories coins carry with them. It is more than money, it is history in miniature. For anyone who holds it, the Great Smoky Mountains quarter is a connection to the land, the wildlife, and the heritage of Tennessee's great park. That connection is what makes it priceless in spirit, even before considering its market value. In the years to come, this coin will only grow in prestige. As pristine examples become harder to find, collectors will look back on the 2014 release as one of the shining highlights of the series. And today, among the rarest and most valuable examples, the Great Smoky Mountains quarter has been known to reach an astonishing price of $56,000. Top 3. Every coin carries a piece of history, and some coins go even further by capturing the breathtaking beauty of America's natural landscapes. One of the most fascinating coins of the America the Beautiful Quarters program is the Yosemite Quarter, released in 2010. Program was created to honor America's most iconic national parks and sites, giving collectors and citizens a chance to see their heritage engraved in shining metal. Among those, the Yosemite Quarter holds a special place because of its powerful design and deep symbolism. The obverse of the coin continues the long-standing tradition with George Washington's portrait. His steady image has appeared on U.S. quarters since 1932, and in this series, it ties the modern designs to nearly a century of history, but the reverse is where the Yosemite Quarter truly shines. The design features the mighty El Capitan, one of the most recognized granite cliffs in the world, towering proudly over Yosemite National Park in California. This striking natural landmark has long been a symbol of strength, endurance, and beauty, and on the coin, it is rendered in intricate detail. Collectors and nature lovers alike are drawn to this image, which captures the grandeur of Yosemite itself. El Capitan rises nearly 3,000 feet from base to summit and has been an inspiration for explorers, climbers, and artists for generations. The U.S. Mint's decision to honor it on a coin was a tribute to one of America's most awe-inspiring places. The Yosemite Quarter reminds us that coins are more than currency, they are miniature works of art. Holding one feels like holding a piece of Yosemite's towering cliffs in the palm of your hand. Collectors know that this coin, like others in the series, was released into everyday circulation, but not all examples are created equal. While millions were minted, the rarest and most valuable ones are those preserved in pristine condition. Grading plays an important role in determining value. A Yosemite quarter that has been professionally graded at the highest level can command enormous interest from collectors. Equally exciting are minting errors. A Yosemite quarter with an unusual flaw such as a doubled die or off-center strike becomes instantly more rare and more desirable. These errors create unique variations that can transform a simple quarter into a treasure. It is this combination of condition, rarity, and history that makes the Yosemite quarter one of the most interesting coins of the America the Beautiful program. Beyond its market value, the coin also holds emotional and cultural value. Yosemite National Park is not only a place of natural beauty but also a part of America's identity. To have it honored on a quarter ensures its story is remembered for generations. Collectors treasure this coin because it connects them to both the land and the legacy of national preservation. Yosemite was one of the first areas protected by the government to ensure its beauty remained untouched, and the coin celebrates that achievement. When it was released in 2010, the Yosemite quarter immediately gained popularity. Both casual collectors and serious numismatists sought it out, adding it to their collections as part of the first set of designs in the America the Beautiful series. That early attention has helped make it one of the standout coins of the decade. As years go by, fewer untouched examples remain, making the best ones increasingly valuable. Auction houses and coin markets have seen strong results when rare Yosemite quarters come up for sale. Collectors recognize the rarity and compete eagerly to own one. Artistry of the design also makes it desirable internationally. Even those outside the United States see Yosemite as a world treasure, and the coin is a symbol of that universal appreciation for nature. Coins like the Yosemite quarter remind us of the powerful link between design and meaning. A simple quarter can tell the story of a place, a people, and a moment in history. For some collectors, the Yosemite quarter is a way to carry the memory of visiting the park. For others, it is a dream to one day see the granite cliffs in person. Either way, the coin holds a special connection. The towering image of El Capitan also inspires thoughts of challenge and adventure. It has been the goal of countless climbers and dreamers, and seeing it on a coin inspires that same spirit of exploration. From the forests at its base to the summit that touches the sky, Yosemite's cliffs embody the grandeur of nature. Capturing that essence on a quarter makes the Yosemite 2010 coin unforgettable. Protecting and preserving these coins has become important for collectors who know their value will grow. Encased in holders, kept free from scratches, these coins are investments in both history and art. Over time, the rarity of untouched Yosemite quarters will only increase. Every year that passes makes them harder to find in the top conditions that serious collectors desire, and when one appears, whether at a coin show, an auction, or even in someone's collection, it commands attention. The Yosemite quarter is one that everyone wants to own. The stories it tells, the design it carries, and the history it honors all combine to make this quarter a piece of America's soul. That's what makes it so much more than 25 cents. The Yosemite 2010 quarter is a reminder that the beauty of nature, the strength of history, and the passion of collectors can all come together in a single piece of metal. And among the finest examples ever found, the Yosemite quarter has been known to sell for as much as $70,000. Top 4. Every coin has the power to take us back in time, and among the coins of the America the Beautiful series, the Vicksburg quarter from 2011 tells a story rooted in courage, history, and remembrance. Released as the fourth coin of that year, the Vicksburg quarter honored the Vicksburg National Military Park in Mississippi, a site that holds immense importance in American history. On the obverse, the quarter continues the tradition of featuring George Washington's portrait, the familiar face that has graced the quarter since 1932. This side grounds the coin in continuity and tradition. The reverse, however, is where the Vicksburg quarter truly stands apart. It depicts the mighty USS Cairo, an ironclad warship from the Civil War era, sailing proudly through the waters. The USS Cairo was one of the first armored warships ever built, and it played a critical role in the Union's control of the Mississippi River. By showing this vessel, the coin highlights both innovation and bravery. The design is powerful, as it connects the viewer to one of the most decisive campaigns of the Civil War. The Siege of Vicksburg in 1863 effectively split the Confederacy and gave the Union a vital advantage. This makes the quarter not just a piece of currency but a miniature monument to one of the most significant turning points in American history. Collectors admire it for both its artistry and its symbolism. When the coin entered circulation in 2011, many people noticed the bold design. But only a fraction realized that some examples would one day be worth a fortune. Condition is the first factor that separates ordinary coins from treasures. A Vicksburg quarter that has been preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition can attract serious collector interest. Professional grading services assign values based on details, luster, and perfection. At the top of the scale, these coins become incredibly rare and desirable. Errors also add excitement to the story. A Vicksburg quarter with a doubled die, off-center strike, or unusual minting flaw instantly becomes a one-of-a-kind collectible. These rare variations fuel the passion of collectors who know that hidden treasures might still be sitting in a coin jar or pocket change. The thrill of the hunt keeps the hobby alive. The USS Cairo itself is a story of rediscovery. Sunk during the war, the ship remained hidden in the river for more than a century until it was raised and preserved. In many ways, that mirrors the rediscovery of valuable coins among ordinary ones. Collectors feel a sense of connection when they hold the Vicksburg quarter. It's not just a coin, it's a reminder of sacrifice, resilience, and the long path to unity. The artistry of the design has also been praised. The detailed rendering of the ship makes the coin stand out, and the scene feels alive, as though the Cairo is still moving across the waters. This sense of motion and life adds to the appeal. It's rare for a coin design to capture such energy, but the Vicksburg quarter achieves it beautifully. Since its release, it has become one of the most talked about coins of the America the Beautiful series. Its historical weight and strong visual impact ensure it won't be forgotten. At auctions, high-grade examples of the Vicksburg quarter have fetched impressive prices. Collectors compete fiercely, knowing opportunities to own such coins are rare. The coin appeals not only to numismatists but also to history enthusiasts, Civil War buffs, and anyone who appreciates the connection between past and present. It bridges the gap between currency and commemoration, showing how even a quarter can carry the memory of a nation's struggle. The story of Vicksburg is one of endurance and strategy, and that story lives on in the metal of the coin. Every detail is a reminder of the cost of freedom. As time passes, fewer untouched examples remain, making the finest ones even more valuable. Every year adds to the rarity of pristine Vicksburg quarters. That's why collectors store them carefully, knowing their worth goes far beyond 25 cents. Protected in cases, they become treasures for the future. The legacy of this coin is secure. Just as the USS Cairo was preserved, so too will the Vicksburg quarter be cherished by those who recognize its meaning. It stands as proof that coins are not just about commerce. They are about stories, people, and moments that shaped a nation. From the flowing river to the ironclad ship, the coin's design embodies resilience. From the battlefield to the present day, its message endures. For anyone who holds it, the Vicksburg quarter is a bridge between the present and the Civil War era, between collectors and history, between metal and memory. And among the rarest and most valuable examples ever discovered, this 2011 Vicksburg quarter has been known to sell for as much as $67,000. Top 5. Every coin tells a unique story, and some coins bring us face to face with powerful moments in American history. Among the many coins of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the Fort McHenry quarter of 2013 stands tall with pride and patriotic meaning. Released as part of this ambitious program, the Fort McHenry quarter was designed to honor Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine in Maryland. This location is forever tied to the defense of freedom and the national anthem of the United States. On the obverse, the coin bears the classic portrait of George Washington. Since 1932, his likeness has remained on the quarter, anchoring every new design to the strength and leadership of the nation's first president. But on the reverse, the Fort McHenry quarter bursts into life with one of the most dramatic designs of the series. It depicts the fort during its legendary bombardment of 1814, with fireworks lighting up the sky in a scene of strength and resilience. This imagery recalls the War of 1812, when American troops defended Baltimore Harbor against British attack. The successful stand at Fort McHenry inspired Francis Scott Key to write the words that would later become the Star-Spangled Banner. The design is both beautiful and deeply meaningful. The fireworks symbolize the celebration of victory, while the fort itself reminds us of courage and unity in the face of overwhelming odds. Collectors appreciate this coin not just for its artistry but for the history it represents. Holding the Fort McHenry quarter is like holding a small piece of America's patriotic spirit. When it entered circulation in 2013, it quickly caught the eye of both casual coin finders and serious numismatists. The energy of the design made it stand out immediately from the others in pocket change. Like all coins, however, not all Fort McHenry quarters are created equal. The true value lies in those rare examples preserved in flawless condition or struck with unusual errors. Professional grading services examine each coin carefully, checking for details, luster, and perfection. The highest graded examples of the Fort McHenry quarter are breathtaking and can command immense value. Equally exciting are the rare minting errors that slip through production. A double die, an off-center strike, or an unusual flaw can transform an ordinary Fort McHenry quarter into a treasure worth thousands. These rare finds are what make coin collecting such a thrilling pursuit. Every quarter could hold a surprise, and the Fort McHenry design is one of the most rewarding to discover. The symbolism of this coin adds to its value. It is not just about rarity, it is about what the coin stands for, the endurance of a nation and the origins of its anthem. Collectors and historians alike feel a connection to this design. The fireworks above the fort capture a moment that still echoes in the hearts of Americans today. Auction houses have seen strong demand for high-grade Fort McHenry quarters. When one appears in pristine condition, bidding wars can erupt, proving just how sought after this coin has become. The coin appeals internationally as well. The story of resilience against overwhelming odds is one that resonates far beyond American borders, and the artistry of the design only adds to its charm. Tea is also a favorite among those who love patriotic memorabilia. Owning a Fort McHenry quarter feels like owning a piece of the anthem itself, frozen in silver-toned metal. The fireworks in the design are particularly striking. Rarely do coins capture such movement and energy, but here it feels almost alive, as if the celebration is still unfolding. That sense of vibrancy makes the Fort McHenry quarter one of the most memorable releases of the America the Beautiful series. It leaves a lasting impression on anyone who sees it. For collectors, this coin is a reminder that beauty and meaning can come together in even the smallest objects. A simple quarter becomes a story, an artwork, and a treasure all at once. Preserving such coins has become essential. Encased in holders and carefully stored, high-grade Fort McHenry quarters will continue to gain value as the years go by. Each passing year makes it harder to find untouched examples. Circulation wears away the details, leaving only a handful of perfect survivors that collectors will treasure forever. The connection between this coin and America's national anthem ensures it will always be special. Long after other designs are forgotten, the Fort McHenry quarter will still resonate. It bridges the gap between the War of 1812 and today, reminding us of sacrifice, resilience, and triumph. That connection adds to its timeless appeal. The design also reminds us that even in moments of struggle, celebration is possible. The fireworks are a symbol of victory, hope, and a brighter future. Owning this quarter is like holding a spark from that moment of history, a reminder that freedom must always be defended and celebrated. For anyone lucky enough to discover one of the rarest and most valuable examples, the Fort McHenry quarter is not just a coin but a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. And at its very peak, this extraordinary Fort McHenry 2013 quarter has been known to sell for as much as $61,000.